A very wonderful good afternoon to all my wonderful viewers. Welcome to Love Circle on Anisa TV. My name is Anita Afisena and I'm your host. Today we have a lot to talk about and the topic is so interesting. But before then, let me first acknowledge my sponsors, River House Production, Touch of Trudy Makeup. She is responsible of how beautiful I look now, and also to Head Quick Solution Ghana and Timeline Production. These are the amazing people I have behind me who are bringing this program to a success. So let's go for a quick commercial break. When we come, I will introduce my guests. You're welcome back to Love Circle on Anisa TV. And as I said, I'm yet to introduce my guest. But before that, let me ask a few questions. How is your relationship like? How is that sweet person in your life treating you? If you don't know, then relax and enjoy this program with me. My first guest is Uncle Ricky. Uncle Ricky, you look amazing.
Thank you.
I like your suit.
God's grace.
And there's those packs. Oh my God. I also have Gentle Jack here with me, a businessman and accountant as well. You look so good.
Thank you.
Your lens. And you need to borrow that to me, for any of my upcoming programs.
You don't have a problem at all.
You're welcome to Love Circle.
Thank you. You're looking sweet too.
Thank you. Today we're going to talk a lot, especially a lot when it comes to broken hearts. Yes, that's the question is, what is broken heart? We're looking at how a heartbreak can change a person. How a heartbreak can change a person. So now my first question goes to Gentle Jack. My first question is going to be, what is broken heart, or what is heartbreak? We talk about heartbreak. What does it mean?
Okay. Thank you, and a good afternoon to the cherished viewers of Love Circles. Thanks for the question. Heartbreak is basically disappointment that one suffers out of a love relationship.
Okay.
You get it? Yes. So that's basically the simple definition for heartbreak.
Heartbreak.
Yes.
Okay. Uncle Ricky, what would you have to say about that heartbreak?
I think that's the definition.
But I want your own definition too.
A sharp or an abrupt end to a love affair between a lady and a man.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is it bad for one to experience heartbreak?
Well, I'm not sure anything bad is good for anybody. Because if it's the first time, some people go crazy.
Crazy.
Yes.
You're not finished reading, but I'm already enjoying it.
The ladies, mostly it's the ladies who go crazy. They end up in the mental homes.
Okay.
But the guys who can't take it, if the first time, and there's nobody to counsel them, they hang themselves. I'm not saying it's a good thing. Nobody should do that. It is never a good thing.
Which one? Is it the hanging or
the hanging
the heartbreak?
or the heartbreak brings about that thing. You know, that they are not expecting, and the lady say, "In a way, pa."
Just like that.
Me no wa jai, me pro me walk.
Okay.
Then the guy goes like, "Eh? Who is the guy?" Before you realize, if he will not kill the lady, then he goes to kill himself.
Okay.
If the lady will not run out screaming, before you realize, he started to talk to things in the sky and wave at Dada Jesus and wave at these things that are not existing. They end up in a mental home. It is not a good thing.
Okay, that's nice. Uncle Gentle Jack, what changes after your first heartbreak?
What changes?
What changes after someone has gone through a first heartbreak?
Okay, thanks for the question. Heartbreak is something that nobody actually goes in a relationship expecting to be heartbroken.
Okay.
But sometimes it becomes necessary and imperative that you suffer it. Sometimes it is actually important that it has to happen. For example, when you are in a relationship and you are not yourself in the relationship, you get it? It is necessary that you feel okay, you feel good, you feel comfortable in the relationship. Okay. There are certain times that you are in a love relationship and there are so much or so many red flags. Okay. You get it? Yeah. When you are under controlled person, the person seems to control you all the time, you don't feel yourself, you are not yourself. Sometimes it is important that when you find yourself in a situation like this, it is better to even break up. As much as hard that it will be, I think it's better that you break up. So heartbreak or breaking up in a relationship is actually not actually a bad thing. There are certain times that it is necessary that you go through. For example, if you are not fortunate, then you will meet a lady or a gentleman who is so abusive. Do you have to sit unconcerned, or your family have to sit unconcerned for you to be abused almost all the time? No. Situations like this, breaking up becomes a necessary thing, an imperative thing that should happen. Okay.
Yeah, if I understand your question very well, you're asking
what changes after your first heartbreak?
Yes. What really changes is that some people become very wicked.
Wicked to the opposite.
The opposite sex.
Okay.
No, they don't care who. Not only the lady or the guy who gave them that heartbreak. Okay. But that whole
experience,
everything, builds some sort of defense
around their hearts.
In their hearts, and they don't want to have anything to do with that opposite sex at all. Okay. So it's like you want to come into their life, they either push you away, or guys will say, will not play loose for anybody to come and take advantage of. It's like maybe the first relationship it was loose with money, helping even the family of the lady and all those things. But the next person who comes will not have those things. And then the people will say he's a miser. He doesn't like giving money, he doesn't like helping and out and everything. But because of the relationship he had the first time, that is why.
And do some people also have this kind of feeling that after their first heartbreak, as you said, they will be not stingy?
Yeah.
Like they'll be a bit stingy, they will not easy give out.
Yeah.
But sometimes too, don't you think with that you might end up losing the right people that comes your way?
Yes, it's two ways. You might get the right person, you might get the wrong person coming your way this time. But then most of the time, it makes you lose very good people. Okay. Who could be wonderful wives or very wonderful husbands to you and everything because of the stand you've taken after your first heartbreak. So it happens. It can happen in either way.
Okay. So are there any things that one person can do to prevent the heartbreak?
Sometimes you can do everything that it takes to prevent that heartbreak, but hey, it will happen anyway. Just like my brother here said about a lot of red flags. I go out with my lady, and then before I realize, she said, oh, she's going to the ladies and come back. And then she's not coming back. And then when I go and look, she is standing there with a total stranger. And the way they are standing to tells you that no, there's something happening between them. And then when you ask, she flares up. And when the lady asks, the guy tells you don't have the right to question me, go and sit down, I brought you here. Those things, you see. So, it's not easy. a lot.
That's that. What helps when your heart is broken?
Okay, before I come to that, I want to say a few things about the changes that normally comes. Like I said earlier on, it is sometimes unavoidable, or sometimes it's very necessary that it's supposed to happen. But you see, one other important thing is that most of the times we the individuals, there are a lot of people out there who don't actually know themselves.
Okay.
You get it? They don't actually know themselves. But most of the time, when there is breakup, when there is heartbreak, you learn to discover yourself, who you are. Because
that happens after the heartbreak.
After the
You
heartbreak,
get to discover yourself after the heartbreak.
yes. Because most of the time, that is what should actually happen first before you enter into a relationship. Because if you know yourself, you know how you do your things.
Okay.
Those are the basis for you to even choosing a partner for a relationship or a partner for a marriage. But if you don't know yourself, you accept anything. So when breakups come, you are forced to discover yourself, to know who you really are, so that next time you also know the kind of person who will actually match who you are. So one of the changes that comes is that you discover yourself. Then secondly, you also try to know the importance of friends. You see, there are people that when they, especially those who get married, normally when they get married, the attitude changes. They try to dump almost all friends because they say, because they said that they are now married, friends are no good and everything. But you realize that after heartbreak, it will take friends
to build you up back.
to build you up again. So normally heartbreaks will let you know the importance of friends.
So in other words, we can say heartbreak in a way is also good.
Yeah, it's good. And
It's
you see,
also-
let me add to what he's saying. It makes you rediscover yourself or discover who you really are. But sometimes too, some people don't learn.
Okay.
They take to drinking. They look at that closed door for far too long. You see, a heartbreak is like a closed door. You see, they stand there looking at the closed door too much, and then they go into drinking. Before they realize some become drunkards.
Okay.
Some learn, as he's saying. They discover themselves and know that, oh, I've been loose here, I've been too hard here, I've been this here. So let me change those things. So that the next person who comes along, I streamline my life properly, bringing that person along. And then trying to know the interests of that person too. You understand? So that we'll package everything properly between us, and then we'll move on. But some people, they don't care whether you are gone or not after the heartbreak. They feel it. Some even go to hang themselves and things like that, as I said. And some take to drinking.
Okay.
So they don't learn.
But why is it that some people go through the heartbreak instead of them to recover before getting to the next relationship? They just feel like, okay, I can just get this woman to while away that sorrowful moment in my life. So why do some people also do that? Instead of them waiting to get healed before moving.
Those are the people who are saying that they don't learn. They are undecided. They are moving along. They are just in the lake, being taken away by the waves. You understand? So anything that comes their way, they eat.
Yes. And also, I want to also say something that you were saying that sometimes people don't take time to heal before their next relationship. You see, in this life that we live, there are people who are very opportunistic. In your sorrowful moment, they come close, especially the ladies. Normally, you will find guys coming around, you get what I'm saying, at the time that you are heartbroken, they come around trying to console you, you get it. And in their attempt to console you, they try to take advantage of you. So at that time, whatever that you might feel for that particular guy or that lady, it might not be a genuine love.
No.
Okay.
But for the spell of the moment, you might think that this person is for good. You got them, but not knowing that this person is being opportunistic and he wants to take advantage of you. You get it. So I believe that in that moment, we need to be exercise high level of circumspection so that we get it right in our next relationship.
After your first heartbreak, you need to work on yourself. Make sure you have the right people around you to make you heal before getting to the next time. Let's do a quick commercial break. I will be right back. back, my wonderful viewers. And we're still on Love Circle, still talking about love matters. And before I continue, let me first acknowledge my sponsors. River House Production has always been there for me in terms of programs like this, and also to Touch of Trudy. She is responsible for how beautiful I look. As I said, if you have a wedding, engagement, birthday party, or even photo shoot, just contact her and she'll make you glow just like me. And I also have Headpick Solution GH. They are also into all kinds of media work. You want t-shirts, wedding, anything at all, souvenirs or whatever, just contact them and they will make it quick for you. Timeline Production is also an amazing production team I have with me, and I really appreciate all of them for being here with me today. Mr. Ricky, Uncle Ricky, anytime I see that I'm happy.
Really?
This question, I know that you're going to give me the best shot ever. Okay, so what hurts? What really hurts when you are heartbroken? What really hurts?
What really hurts when you are heartbroken?
Yes, what really hurts when you are heartbroken?
A lot. Some are your friends.
Okay.
Your friends know
Okay.
that you and that lady are no more.
Okay.
But sometimes they intentionally see you and say, I saw your lady going your way, I should come to your place. You see, they just want to tease you.
Okay.
So sometimes it gets to you, if you don't take time, you flare up and can even end up in blows.
Okay.
And aside from that, you know, you despite anything, you miss.
You miss them.
Yeah, you miss the person.
The memories you guys shared together.
And sometimes you wish that you could just call her or him back and say, hey, I did this wrong, you also did this wrong. Why don't we just correct our mistakes and move on? But that pride or the hurt becomes too much, and then you don't want to go. So many other things. I believe my brother also will chip in. Many other things.
Just so that.
Yeah.
What is the most painful thing in the person of the heartbreak?
You see, even in love relationship or in marriage, ideally, or it is said that almost everything that we do in a relationship, we do it out of love. But a relationship journey, marriage life, is like the investment that you have put in. And the investment has not got to do with the money that you have spent. Your time, your career. There are a lot of people that they have to even delay their educational progression for their love. There are people who have, over the years, suspended their education to ensure they are better half what also climb. You get what I'm saying? Because I, for instance, at a point in time in my life, when I had my MBA, you get it? When I had my MBA, my wife was having HND. So at a point in time, instead of me to move up the ladder, I decided that, okay, I should let her have her first degree. Well, because the two of us cannot be in school at the same time. You get what I'm saying? I will also be the person to foot most of the bill. So these are some of the sacrifices that you make for love, for the relationship, for the marriage. You got it? I'm saying it's not about the money, but the time and the resources. So normally what actually hurts, apart from you missing that person, is also the investment that you have made. The investment of time, the investment of resources. Those are the most important things that normally comes up when breakups are. So what actually hurts, if you should ask me, it will be these two things.
Okay, so how long does a heartbreak take? How long does it take to last?
It depends on the person.
Okay.
It depends on the person. There are people, you see, heartbreaks have got to do with something that is emotional. You get it? And it is emotional, and it depends on the person who is heartbroken. There are people who have a lot of people around them, who have a lot of people coming around to circle that person, to heal, to help him heal. You get, and there are people who also do not have anybody. You get what I'm saying? The person doesn't have anybody. Such people, it takes a longer time for them to heal. But there are people who have a lot of people around them. He has sisters, he has friends who will take him or her out, who will engage him, who will make sure that everything that they are doing, they just bring that person close. So how long it takes depends on the person, the mental of that person. You get what I'm saying? And also the people who that person also have in his or her life. That's
so, Uncle Ricky, let's look at this. Let's look at it from this side, especially with men.
Yeah.
We just want to look at it that with men, how long do you think they can heal? With men, particular.
You see, sometimes people think that men are men, so they are tough. Some men are weaker than women.
Okay.
Like he said, it depends on the person. See, the mental state of the person and ability to accommodate the situation, to absorb the pain and everything, and then come out of it to resolve that no, I have to wake up and correct certain things about my life and tidy up. So it depends on the individual. But mostly, it's like the women find it difficult to recover. Most of the women don't recover very fast enough.
Okay, so with the way you say most women don't recover, so is it because women love with everything they have? They love with their heart, their soul, their body, their everything.
Yes.
Is that right?
Women love with their hearts. You see, their heart, their emotions, deeply, their emotions, when it gets to love, is deep in their hearts. Men sometimes look out for a lot of things.
Okay.
So we use our brains. You see, for a man to say, I'm loving this lady, the man might have thought about a whole lot of things about the lady before even going into that relationship. Some he thinks, oh, you're throwing yourself on me. Well, I didn't call you. So, hey, one night stand or whatever, anytime you come, you bang and you are gone. You understand?
Okay.
So, it depends on the individual. That's what.
But there is this saying that men love more than women. Men's love are so serious than women. How is that true?
You see, that is it is more biblical in the Bible. The Bible says that ladies and women should humble themselves for men to love them. That's according to the Bible.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So most of the time, men normally love ladies. You get it? But when it comes to the emotional attachment of it, ladies are very emotional. But when it comes to real love, when you meet a guy or a gentleman who really loves the wife or who really loves the partner, you will begin to know. When we say somebody loves somebody, you will know. He makes sure that the lady is comfortable at all times. You will make sure that a lot of things that the lady has to get or need, you make sure that you provide those things for the lady. You get it? For what? So that you will be able to have a happy family at all times, or have a happy relationship at all times. So it is biblical. It is even in the Bible that ladies should humble themselves for men to love them.
Okay, so if it's in the Bible that men should love their women, once the women become submissive to their men. And looking at this modern world that we are, this current world that we are in, most women will say, babe, I love you. I love you. I love you for the bottom of my heart. Baby, if you leave me, I'll die. Does it mean that the women are going against the word of God?
No.
No, not that. I'm not sure.
That's not it. If the Bible says that ladies should submit themselves and respect their men, for their men to love, it doesn't mean that ladies cannot do. Even it takes love for you to submit to a man.
Yes.
If you don't love the man, you will not submit. Have you, viewers will testify that there are certain ladies, when you go into their life, they try to set rules for you.
Yes.
Once a lady starts setting rules for you, he doesn't love you.
Run away.
Those rules that he sets for you, he breaks it for other guys.
Yes.
But if he doesn't love you, he'll set rules for you. You can't come to me at this time. You cannot. He doesn't love you. But it takes love for you to submit and respect a man. If you don't love the man, you cannot even respect him. You cannot submit to the man that you don't love.
Yes.
So It is biblical, but it doesn't mean that ladies doesn't love. They love. They love, yes.
Okay. So we wait for a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. Welcome back once again to Life Cycle, and the program is getting so much hot and so interesting. I know most of you will be there enjoying and happy because I know this story, this episode is really going your favor, especially if you're a man or a woman. So we still have more to talk about, and I will not forget my sponsors: River House Production, Touch of Trudy, Help Quick Solution GH, and then Timeline Production. I say a big thank you to you all for being here with me. Gentle Jack, there is one statement you made which I'm so much interested in, and I want you to hit it. One of my crew members are saying that hit that point. So that point we need to tackle it very well because it's bringing some confusion. The part you said, setting rules.
Yes.
If you're in a relationship with someone, setting rules. The time you come to me, the time you not come to me. But in a way, don't you think it's also good? Because it also saves you from broken heart. Assuming I'm your girlfriend and you are coming to my house and you don't call me and you come and meet someone there and you assume that that person is my fiance or maybe someone I'm dating aside, don't you think it can also cause heartbreak?
You see, in natural relationship or in love relationship, mainly or most of the time, it is ideal to be open.
Okay.
It's ideal for you to be open. The moment you start setting boundaries, it becomes problematic.
Okay.
You should feel free in the relationship. There should be openness, there should be transparency in the relationship.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? That's what I said, that if you love a man, you don't set rules.
Okay.
When the man comes to you, the man must feel at home. Same way you come to my house, you must feel at home.
Okay.
You got that? We are not married yet, but whatever in a way belongs to me, one way or the other, you share in it. It might not be belong to you. It doesn't belong to you. What belongs to me belongs to me, but you must share in it. That's why in a relationship we share in our joy. Your successes is not my success, but I must what? Share in your success. You get what I'm saying? So it is actually a bad thing to set boundaries and rules for a relationship. It doesn't try. That's why you see, most of the time, most ladies always become at disadvantage to some of these things. They become the disadvantage to some of these things. Because if you are with a guy and you are setting rules, that guy sometimes will be out of the relationship without your knowing.
Okay.
He'll be coming to you all right, but he's already out of the relationship.
That's the silence
Yes.
way of...
So, and most of the time, it's not a good thing actually.
Okay.
So the person starts a relationship with someone else. Whilst he's with you, he breaks up with you 6 months time, 3 months time, he's getting married somewhere. Then someone will say, hey, this year, we're now No, he started long.
So that means there is a possibility a man can date 2 women at the same time.
It happens a lot. Ladies also do.
Why do you say hey?
Women even have 10. Somebody's in charge of mobile phones.
So in conclusion, what I would say that it is a bad thing to set boundaries and rules when you are in a relationship. We should feel free in a relationship. There should be openness and transparency. It even helps us. Can you imagine hiding something from your partner? Or you are having something under your sleeve that you fear that your partner will see. Look at the emotional torture you are giving yourself. But when you are free, you get it. I mean, you're able to live life freely. With your background, we're going to be for all the time. Because you'll be unsure.
Is it security? When a man sees a lady and they agree that they want to move, the man needs security. So the man can visit you anytime at all to be sure that
there is nobody.
Yes. And then the moment you accept his love, he begins to plan a future
With you.
with you. So if you begin to set rules for him, he tells him no. Then you begin to raise those alarm bells in his head. You say, no, I have to be careful with this lady.
Yeah.
Maybe she just wants my money and then dog me and move with another man.
Okay.
You understand me? So it is not a good thing.
Okay.
It's not a good thing.
And what
at all.
about mobile phone? Do partners have right to go to each other's phone?
Honestly, no. Me, I will not even touch a lady's phone to go through. For what? I don't need it.
Okay. Yes, Jack.
Yeah, it is not necessary. It is uncalled for.
Yeah.
It is even out of place.
To
For
go
you,
through your
yeah, it is
partner's
out of
phone.
place. For that one, it is out of place for you to be monitoring your lady, monitoring your man, who he is speaking to, who he is testing with. You get what I'm saying? It is actually uncalled for. It is not something that it's somebody have to encourage you or advisable to do. So I believe that for mobile phones, is that person's personal and private thing. That you have to.
Okay, so we have some, we just have to summarize, wrap everything up. But before then, I guess we are all learning a lot from this program. Heartbreak. I know you watching me there wouldn't love to go through this heartbreak because it's hell. Me either. So make sure you're the right person and then do the right thing at the right time to prevent yourself from going through heartbreak. So we're just going to wrap up, say something small. We just need to educate our viewers, those who are watching us, to know how they can prevent themselves from heartbreak.
Okay. The last words that I want to leave with viewers is that heartbreak sometimes is expected. It's not actually a bad thing. Nobody expects it. It's not a bad thing. But when it does happen, one, let's learn to discover ourselves and also learn, because there are certain things that went on in that relationship which you will have to learn from it going into your next relationship once you heal. Thank you.
Well, honestly, heartbreak is very necessary. If there's no respect in that relationship, every time fighting, misunderstanding here and there, disgracing yourselves in public, you stay too long. Break up.
Hey!
Go your separate ways.
Really?
And go and think. So that if you need to come back, you come back. But if not,
Can't you amend and with this work and it's correct and mistakes?
that's why I say, if you don't bring them, then separate. Go your ways and then think, plan, change your attitude and everything. If possible, come back. Otherwise, fly away.
Thank you so much, my wonderful viewers, for staying with me till now, and I thank you all, and I really appreciate the time that you have spent with me. And I also thank my wonderful guests for being with me throughout the show. I say a very big thank you to you all, and I really appreciate your presence here. And also to my wonderful sponsors, River House Production, Touch of Trudy Makeup. You can contact her on 0244 421 589 or 0209112518. She is responsible for how beautiful I look this afternoon. And also to Help Quick Solution GH. They are also a proud sponsor of this program. And Timeline Production. I say thank you all for being with me here. And I say I love you all. Hoping to see you same time next week. Bye bye.